Are you sure he wants to see you?
I want an application form, please, Miss Bennett. Oh, good morning, Mrs. M.
Good morning, Lizzie. Lovely day?
Yeah.
What's this? Well, it's my application for the parole and probation job.
Oh, that will have to go through the department. Not through me.
But it will need your approval, so I thought you'd like to read it first and then pass it on.
Well, if you think that's the right thing.
Yes, I do. I took your advice and I've thought about it very carefully. I'm not looking for a soft option. If I were, I could just retire. Bob would be only too pleased to support me. I just think I could do more good trying to keep these women out of prison.
Well, I hope you're right, Meg. I really do. It'll certainly help to take some of the strain off us here.
Or perhaps there won't be so much of a strain if some of these new schemes work.
Well, they'll have to work, Meg. Otherwise, I'll be looking for a new job, too.
That bloody Fletcher went all the trouble of filling in that application form and he tore it up and said, I've had all the visits I'm going to have for a while.
Well, what did you expect? I told you these visits were only for good little girls.
Oh, it makes me sick. All I wanted was somewhere for Sid to lie down when he got here.
Yeah, that's why Hazel applied, isn't it?
Don't be so filthy. I was just thinking of Sid's delicate condition.
Well, Lizzie, at your age, you couldn't think of much else, could you?
Do you only think from the waist
All right,
down?
ladies, come on, settle down. As you know, Mrs. Davidson's keen to get these conjugal visits started as soon as possible. The first visitor will be here tomorrow. It'll be yours, Kent.
Oh, that's terrific,
good on you,
Hazel.
love.
Now, as you know, you're being used as a sort of guinea pig, Kent. This will be a trial visit only, so any attempt to escape, smuggle contraband, anything at all, and this visit will be the last one. Not only for you, but for everybody else. You understand?
Well, I know there are people who'd love to stop these visits, Mr. Fletcher, but I'm not going to give them the chance.
As long as you understand. You've got a visitor, Latham.
Who?
Somebody called Michael O'Brien.
Can she touch him?
It'll be in the interview room. Come on, Latham.
What the bloody hell are you doing here?
I came to see you.
About bloody time, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I couldn't come before, you know that.
Well, you could have bloody written.
Just sit down, Latham, and watch the language, eh?
I couldn't write. I didn't want to draw attention to myself.
No, you never want to draw attention to yourself, do you? Afraid of your own shadow, you are. All you think about's yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm here now, aren't I?
Yeah. I can't think why.
I heard about the kid.
It's not a kid, it's a little girl. Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. She's in a home now, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm here. I've got a job now. Things are going pretty good. And you're going to be out on parole soon. Well, I'd like to look after you both. You and Elizabeth.
Honest?
Honest. You know, and... Well, if things work out, maybe we could get married, you know? The whole thing.
Well, why didn't you say all this before?
Well, you didn't give me a chance.
Oh, I don't mean just now. I mean, you know, before.
Yeah, well, I was hardly in a position to, was I?
No. Suppose not. Hey, look, are you sure about all of this? I mean, it's been a long time.
Of course I'm sure. I haven't thought about anything else. Which home have they got Elizabeth in?
Kingston.
Do you reckon I could go and see her?
You're still nervous, aren't you?
Even more so. Do you reckon I could see her?
I don't see why not.
Does she look like you?
Sort of. Oh, she's prettier. She's got my hair, though.
Mrs. Davidson, I'd like to see Latham when you're finished.
Right.
When do you think you're going to see her, then?
This afternoon, if they'll let me.
Your boyfriend must be a patient man.
How do you mean?
Well, you've been in here how long now? It must be, what, 4 years? Took a long time for him to come and visit you.
Yeah, he used to come and visit me in Barnhurst, though, didn't he?
Yeah, but not in here.
Oh, it's too far to come, wasn't it?
Oh, come in, Latham. Close the door, please, Mr. Fletcher. I think you'd better sit down, Latham. I have some rather bad news for you.
Is it about my parole?
No. The Child Welfare Department have just been on the phone to me. They feel that in view of the violence that has taken place in Wentworth recently, bashings, riots, and even murders, it would not be a suitable place for a small child. I'm afraid your application to have Elizabeth returned to you has been refused.
Hey, cheer up, Chrissy. Now, they're probably right. This isn't the best place to bring up a kid.
Oh, yeah. You'd know, wouldn't you? I mean, you're likely to have loads of kids.
Well, I got kids, and I wouldn't want them in here. I wouldn't want them to see how we're treated.
No, we know what you want, and you're getting it, so you can shut up.
Will you listen to her? When Bea had the visiting scheme stopped, you called her a selfish cow, and now who's being selfish?
And who asked you?
Oh, why don't the lot of you shut up? OK, so Chris is a selfish bitch. Well, we've always known that. But that doesn't give them the right to take her kid away from her. And you can stop taking it out on everyone. You're almost due for parole anyway.
Well, they've already turned me down twice.
And the way you're carrying on, they'll turn you down forever.
Well, isn't that what they want? Keep Elizabeth in a home. Another one for the system. You all know what happens to kids in homes. Half of them end up in here. But they already know I'm a crimson. What sort of a chance has she got?
None of us want to see Elizabeth in a home. I mean, I love her just as much as you do.
No, you don't. Nobody loves Elizabeth more than I do. Those bastards are not going to take her away from me. I'm going to get her back if it's the last thing I do.
Well, if she does anything stupid, they'll cancel the scheme.
Yeah, well, maybe that isn't such a bad idea. And the trouble with these things is, the more some of us get, the more the rest of us realise how much we're missing out on.
I understand you're in charge of the first conjugal visit, Vera.
So I understand.
Has the procedure been explained to you yet?
Not exactly. It's like everything else Mrs. Davidson takes up. Rushed into without any thought.
Yes, well, it shouldn't be too difficult. The main idea is to keep these visits as unsupervised as much as possible.
I know what the idea is. I just don't see why we're allowing these visits in the first place. We should have refused to cooperate.
Well, it won't last that long. The scheme's already falling apart. Latham's complaining because she can't have a baby with her. Smith's making ultimatums. Just let it die a natural death. That way we can't be accused of anything. This must be him. George Goscombe?
Yeah, that's right.
If you'd sign the visitor's book first, please.
Right.
What are those children doing here?
They're Hazel's kids. Mine and Hazel's.
Well, you can't bring children in on a visit like this.
But that was the whole idea, so the family could spend some time together. The governor phoned me personally.
Yes, that's right. You realise, of course, because these visits will be unsupervised, special security precautions will have to be taken. Miss Kent will have to be body searched.
Yeah,
both be...
OK. I don't think the kids want to hear that.
Yes, right. Well, if you follow me, I'll take you to the visiting area.
Right.
Gonna see your mum, eh, kids?
Yeah.
If you get Miss Kent, please, Miss Bennett. Follow me.
G'day.
G'day.
Just remember, if any of you try and leave this compound without permission, there'll be trouble. Understand?
Yes. She's a rotten bitch. Well, how's my kids? Oh, you got big. Let's have a look at you.
Yeah, Mum.
Is that a bruise in your face, love?
Yeah. I had a fight with the kid at school. Dad had to go and see the headmaster.
Oh, some little bugger called you a jailbird. Johnny was right to hit him.
I gave him a blood nose, didn't I, Dad? And he was older than me.
You shouldn't fight, Johnny. And you shouldn't encourage him.
He's got to learn to stand up for himself, Hayes. Can't have people calling your names.
Has this happened before?
Johnny's always fighting. Oh, shut up.
Johnny, stop it. Why didn't you tell me about this, George?
It's not the sort of thing you can discuss with a screw looking over your shoulder.
Well, we can talk in private now. That's one good thing about these meetings. We'll have to move when I get out of here. Get Johnny into a school where nobody knows I've been inside.
Living costs money, Hayes. Bond, electricity, gas.
Yeah, we can't have Johnny fighting all the time.
OK, love, we'll manage it somehow.
Here, look what the women made for you.
Is it mine?
Yeah, you can take it home. Got the other end. I'll throw it to you.
You don't throw it, Mum. You bowl it.
Yeah, all right, I'll bowl it to you.
Okay, I'm ready.